Now you've brought in that server problem. The server problem is a very, very huge problem in Africa that the FIFA Esports and other gaming disciplines also face. Now we know with FIFA, if you want to compete outside, you have to play online. It's very, very key, and the servers are a huge blockade that is preventing us from making that huge step. You have to also play well in division rivals. Now, what rank are you, and then how are you seeing FIFA Ultimate Team this year?
So currently I'm in Division 2 now, because ever since we got relegated, I've not really played that much.
So because we are getting to the end.
I think even the Division 2 I play like then I don't win streak self. If you Kennedy can continue, I don't win streak. I play like I think 8 matches when I no lose. So now I left like 2 or so matches to Division 1. If you're in Ghana, you're not playing FUT, Charlie, you're really missing. I mean, ask yourself why the pros like patronize more on FUT than kickoff. Like, you understand? Yeah. So I think FUT is the best game mode ever. Yeah.
Interesting. Kennedy, once you won Ultimate Battle Season 1 Championship, a lot of people touted you as the best foot player in Ghana, and I wasn't really into it then, but then I came to understand why they put you on that high pedestal. In that tournament, you beat Guy Kobe, who was a seasoned veteran when it comes to Ultimate Team in Ghana. Now, you have one of the best teams, I should say, and you not putting money into it, you've not put physical cash into it. How did you get there?
I feel when it comes to Ultimate Team, it's all about the grind.
Small boys, they talk it, then they grind, but they know they get the results like some of you put. Is it that maybe they know they grind the right way? Because is there a path to grinding in foot that will allow you to get players and be able to compete on a high level?
Yeah, basically, I feel like it's mostly through division rivals and weekend league. That's like foot champions.
So you don't play squad battles at all?
Squad battles, only for maybe like
the start of the game.
Yeah, maybe like it's just the start of the game that we're like. Not only me, but like others grind squad battles just for like objectives, and then try to get packs, and then pray that the EA gods are on your side. Yeah, you just pray that the on side to that you can get the best players to compete. But I feel it's mainly through division. It's mainly through foot champions, because that's like majority of the rewards are in the game.
Well, when they were all speaking, they were like FIFA Ultimate Team. But the big topic now is FIFA is switching from FIFA Ultimate Team. We are going to EA Sports FC 24. That is the new game for 2024, and we'll have to discuss this. Now, Bigups, when you heard of the news that we are going to be switching from FIFA to EA Sports 24, what came into your mind? Do you think there are going to be massive changes to the game like we always see every year?
I'm not really expecting that big of a change. Yeah. But then there's going to be a little difference compared to FIFA 23, and because FIFA 20, you can see FIFA 20 was hypermotion, and FIFA 23 hypermotion 2. And you see, there's a bit of FIFA 22 play in FIFA 23. So that's what I'm actually expecting. I'm not really expecting that much.
So much of it.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm really expecting a bit of 23 in 24.
Now, with Ghanaian tournaments, usually it's kickoff, but we've had some progressive Ultimate Team tournaments. Shout outs to some online tournaments out there who keep continuing doing Ultimate Team tournaments. But for kickoff next year, it's going to be very interesting because we've seen some big transfers. Messi has moved from PSG and we've seen a lot of PSG versus PSG. What do you make of those big transfers happening? And where do you think players will now lean towards with kickoff? What teams are you feeling like they're going to be using an EAFC 24?
I feel like I feel like it's going to be a mixture, because it wouldn't be like the way this year was. That was like PSG because Messi is no more there. But I feel people may still go for PSG because of Mbappe. But I feel it's more of maybe the likes of Real Madrid, maybe Liverpool once again, like FIFA 21, and then maybe Bayern Munich here. But I still feel where Mbappe is, that's where
everybody will to us. Because that guy is just so good at the game. Now, coming into this conversation at the start, I told you these guys were the hottest players. The last 2 tournaments organized in Ghana, they had won. Now, Bigups, going into that GGC tournament, you were kind of in a groove, because you had won that Canvic tournament with Kojo Sheldon. This year, you've won countless number of tournaments. I think probably you're up there with Choice Badger as the two players who have won the most number of tournaments. What has been it for you this FIFA 23 season? And if someone asks you, that Bigups, what just clicks for you in FIFA 20? What makes you good at FIFA 20? What are you going to tell the person?
That is a difficult question.
Because 22 we see you, but you were good, but not this good. Because in 23 it's been outrageous.
23, I think my attacking has improved in 23. Yeah, and my defense. I would say my defense also. Yeah, I think my defense has really improved, and I've come to understand certain patterns of defending. Yeah, so I think that's one, and to me most important is the attack. I mean, you can have someone who is very good at defending, but if you're also good at attacking, I mean, you can break through the defense and all that. Yeah, so I think it's both ways, but I think my attack is much, hotter than the defense. Yeah.
There's another hot topic trending in Ghana that if we move to outside tournaments or international tournaments, we don't perform as well as we do when we play locally. Now, Kennedy, we've had the likes of Wise Mars go to Gamer X. He did quite well, finishing in the top 8, but wasn't able to go all the way. We had this year Labista also coming in third in tournaments like those. We've had the national team also playing those qualifiers, but we haven't been able to go all the way. What do you think we have been missing out on? Because we have some quite good players, but when we go out there, play with the likes of the Senegalese, the Kenyans and co, we are not able to pull our weight.
I feel with this relating to the Nigerian tournament, I wouldn't put the blame on service because they also do not have service as well. But I would say they put in much more effort and dedication compared to that, because over here I feel most people don't really take the game that serious like they do. I think they mostly play for fun or casually, but they dedicate the other time, and then like the results also show as well. Yeah,
it really shows for them, because we are seeing how big of strides they are making in the esports scene, and they are doing so well. When we're speaking to these players, they are identified players. They have an identity because they are part of esports teams in Ghana. Now, one may ask, what is the importance of joining an esports team? If you are playing as a sole player, you're playing on signed to an esports team, what's the disadvantage for that, and what's the advantage of you being in an esports team? Now, Bigups of PlayProvince, what would you say your advantage after joining PlayProvince has been? What have you benefited from after joining PlayProvince?
I think to me, it has really been of importance to me a lot, and has really benefited me a lot, because if not for PlayProvince, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I think for you to get there, you have to get yourself an esports team, because if you sign for an esports team, you feel obliged, or like you feel you have an assignment to do. So that alone is even going to even like tell you something to do something to put in much more effort in what you are doing. Yeah, and you see, PlayProvince, like we even have a project. We are coming up. We are actually coming up. That's PlayProvince Academy. We have young fellas we are trying to groom, who have interest in playing video games, and we are trying to groom them and educate them in esports. Yeah.
Interesting. So if you're a young player out there, in fact, even if you're not young, I'm sure they also accommodate old players as well. And you want to get to the top, you want to play competitively, you want to enjoy when playing the game. PlayProvince has a new project coming up, PlayProvince Academy. So do check them out on Instagram and on Twitter at PlayProvince, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you out. Now, Kennedy, you've also been signed on to Ruutz Esports. What would you say you've enjoyed after joining an esports team, and what's the difference between joining an esports team and then you playing as a solo or a lone ranger?
And joining as an esports team, like, it's a very, very big opportunity, and I feel like it's a stepping stone to get to the next level, because when you're in an esports team, the recognition is there, and then you feel like you have a job to do. Then it also helps you, like, you get to meet new people, like, and then you get how do I put it, advice from like the top of people who have been in the scene, or people who have experience in this, and I know like they will guide you on the right steps to take, and then yeah.
Well, so if you are a player out there, get yourself signed to an esports team. If you want to get to the top like these two guys, or even better than them, you have to surely sign yourself to an esports team.